I've always really enjoyed characters, whether it's in film or animation, video games. I've loved media for as long as I can remember, those mediums specifically. And I just felt really drawn to the process of really thinking about people and creating people more beyond just a sort of superficial understanding of clothes or even just how to draw. I really wanted to get into the real meat and potatoes of character creation. So I really started thinking about characters and drawing characters when I watched my brother growing up play video games. I used to look at strategy guides and instruction manuals and look at the character bios. I always had concept art next to them. So I started creating those things in my own time and becoming more and more sensitive to them as I played games and watched movies, and really tried to single out the characters from the story and the world. And a lot of that was through emulating things at the time that I really loved, whether it was games or animation, Japanese animation in particular. And you know, that led me into college and more schooling, and eventually into video games and to Naughty Dog. Yeah, I definitely questioned how much I wanted to make this a career choice for me. I knew that I always wanted to be involved in art in some capacity. After I finished school, I applied and I networked, and I did all the things that my peers were telling me that I needed to do in order to get work, but I wasn't getting anything. And I applied at Naughty Dog a few times and I was rejected, and that was really hard for me. I kind of had to pull myself up and sort of reevaluate my portfolio again and again, and really try to ask myself those hard questions. Was I willing to continue to get rejected? And it was very challenging for a while. I didn't have work, or I worked at a tanning salon for a bit. I worked at an animal shelter for a bit. I did a lot of freelance, but that video game work wasn't coming to me, and that was really hard. But I stuck with it and I kept going, and I had a couple really good opportunities that led to some really great things. I think that growth as an artist is really important, and for me it comes from surrounding myself by people that are very passionate about what they do. When I came to Naughty Dog, I found myself amongst so many incredibly talented people, and not just talented, but very passionate about what they do. And just going out and spending time with them, going painting or going to a movie and critiquing the movie with them, all those things I find value in, and they really help me get excited about what I do every day. In the end, it's work. You go to work every day and you kind of do the same things. And so keeping that passion and that drive alive, I think for me, is really dependent on the excitement of the people around me, and I find that here at Naughty Dog. The hardest part about my job is really coming up with characters that feel very lifelike and that don't feel superficial or like just derivatives of the last thing that came out. I think that that's really common, these tropes and stereotypes that we fall back on as creators when we're telling stories or creating characters. So I really like to try to find ways to subvert expectations and put unsuspecting people in situations that they normally wouldn't be in, and of course their design comes into that as well. I think that the industry is changing. It's definitely different from what my expectation of it was going to be. and I find that's increasing as time goes on. And I really think that there are a lot of artists out there right now in the industry that are giving really great free advice to people that are coming in about the different types of programs they should be familiarizing themselves with, and the kind of skill set that will be expected of them and keep them competitive in the field. And that's, of course, dependent on what you do, but for 2D concept art, it's very much familiarizing yourself with 3D, utilizing photo, and not shying away from new methods of producing art very quickly for production at a quality that might be hard to get otherwise. If I had to give another artist a piece of advice, I would say find whatever it is that you really love to do and do that. I spent a lot of time trying to create the type of work that I thought that I was supposed to create in order to get into this industry and to find work. And I wasn't successful at that time. It was only when I really embraced my passion for and my skill set for doing character design that I started to get interest in my work and my portfolio. So I would say, you're going to get so much feedback and so much advice from other artists about how you should structure your portfolio and what you should be creating. But if you're putting work into your portfolio that you're not passionate about and you get hired to do that work, you're going to end up in a job day to day doing art that you don't love to do. So I would say be honest with yourself and ask yourself, what are you really passionate about and what do you want to get up every morning and do every day?